And welcome back. The game quite poised with China taking two early breakthroughs and bowling much well alongside me, Bhavashish.
Yes, thanks a lot, Ritik. There, quick single taken, and we can already see the new energy that has come into this Chinese side, having now qualified for the Asian Games after a wait of 12 years. And they are going to make the most of this big week and start on a positive note.
Absolutely, Bhavashish. And great bowling there, like from the bowler line to line, maintaining that rhythm after giving the batter a bit of room and not letting her hit her cross. Like you mentioned, these entire Chinese, the team, they're brimming with confidence and they're brimming with a lot of support back from back home as well, which clearly is showing in the way of their play. A bit of a loose ball down the leg side for a wide.
Yes, Ritvik, for Oman, this is the partnership though. Captain Priyanka Mendosha now batting on 6 from 8, and Fiza Javed, their best two batters in this top order. And they'll really need to take them out of this hole.
Good shot right to the cover. And absolutely, Bhavashish, with Jayendra going for a quick in the first over, they have to build up a partnership and they will have to do the heavy lifting out here. But China doing pretty well to contain them and trying to build the pressure. Again, no room whatsoever. Quick. Oh, that's close, and that's been given out. That's out. I don't think there was a need for a single, and that's what we were discussing right now. The two required to maintain some partnership went for a quick, risky run and a great throw from the cover.
This is catastrophic indeed for Oman, and that will bring more joy into this Chinese team. They were hunting down wickets with the ball, and on the field they've been exceptional. You can almost see that energy on the field inside the circle. Bit of a hesitation there. I think that's what did the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw them a bit of a stop-start kind of a run, and that's what gave them a chance to sniff out a wicket. Good throw in the end, good pick-up, and there they have their well-deserved wicket. Coming on to bat now for Oman. Hina Javed. A left-hand bat, and like we were discussing, she would have to now steady the ship and maintain a good run rate along with her long partnership.
Yes, Fiza Javed really could have done some damage along with Priyanka. This tells you what sort of a upward trajectory the team from China they are in. You can see with the ball, they've been disciplined so far and on the field, right on the money. Barring that one no ball that was given away for having three fielders outside the 23-yard marker. Apart from that, they've been switched on.
A bit of a loose delivery to start off with. Goes on for a wide. Apart from this, like you mentioned, Bhavashish, China have been quite well protected in the line length that they've offered. They've not made too many mistakes and they've not made a lot of errors when it comes to having enough discipline across the bowling seam. And that's given them results as well.
Yes, and they should continue to hunt for wickets here. 7 done, 38 for 3.
Oh, that's well played by Hina. Quick single taken. Great shot by Fizza for a quick single. Seems close, but the umpire not interested at all, and a good run taken in the end. Fizza, I think, needs to be the backbone of this score right now. She is someone who has the ability to take on good scores, and she will have to do a lot of effort here to take them to an above par score.
Through the TV screen.
Again, wide. So
yes, it's Li Xiaoping who's come back, in fact, who's bowling her first over here. And now will be up against the left-hander. Round the wicket.
oh, the
That's a better angle to the left-hander here. And that'll put doubts in her mind whether to cover the line, whether to stay leg side.
oh, that was a good shot there. Straight to the cover, but like a good shot, a good drive. We can see the intent out there. They're trying to scrape their way out. They're trying to get runs, put some runs on the board, but apart from a couple of off wides that we've seen so far, China pretty well in managing their field and with their field placements as well. They've done a good job. Not connecting at all there. Is she going onto the ball a bit earlier? What do you think, Babashish?
Yes, Ritvik, it's very important for Oman not to be frenetic here. They've lost 3 wickets, they've lost their important batter. But play the merit of the ball, as you said, really transfer your weight, look to build a partnership.
Oh, that's a beautifully played shot. That's what I think Babashish was talking about. Play to the merit of the ball. When you have some room on offer, play those shots that you go on for and get those singles, the runs will keep flowing.
With that single, 8 overs are done. 3 down for 43. Oman, after winning the toss, in fact, after losing the toss and being invited to bat first under overhead conditions here, China have done everything right so far. Also, Ritvik, this has a feel of already becoming a really tight game. So every run matters from here on in.
Absolutely, Babashish. This Chinese side is actually known for their defensive discipline and their ability to choke the opposition in the middle overs of the game. So it'll be really interesting to see how the Oman batters go ahead and take their responsibility of building up a good score.
Another quick run taken. Wang into a second over now.
That's a good shot. Played onto the offside for a single again. Keeper missing on to that. A bit of a wild throw, but a comfortable single in the end. So, off falls in the no man's land, went the aerial route just for a single. I think what the Oman batters need to do is not go for the glory shots and try to stick to the singles, try to maintain some tempo, and then go for the long shots, which will come in due course.
Yes, remember they were unranked last year, and now they're 36th in the ICC ranking, so they're learning quickly, moving up the ladder. Oman.
Well played, well defended. Something that they need to go ahead with and continue doing. It's very important that these two batters, Hina Javed and Priyanka, maintain their poise and continue batting for the long haul. Oh,
Missed
no,
out there.
missed out. Should have.
Yes, with the short fine leg up, that was 4. Had she got back onto that?
Completely missed that line as well. I think they're trying to bowl a bit fuller.
Yes, and both of these two batters looking to hit the ball really hard. And this is a terrific surface. It's a fast outfield, Ritvik. So you would know if you can just time the ball, get behind the line, there's value for your shots.
Absolutely, and like you mentioned, you need to get that timing right. And we don't require the batters throwing away the wickets just for a quick cheap of runs. I think Priyanka has been impressive throughout her performances and has led by example for these for the Oman side. She would have to play a captain's knock today and try to get them to a commendable score that they can probably look to defend. During the toss time, she said she wanted to go run a ball, and they're not far off. So strategy playing off despite 3 wickets. I think she just needs to maintain that.
And needs to back through.
Very well played onto the leg side for a quick single, stealing it. Oh, there's an overthrow chance for another. They choose not to. I think they just ran a bit too much in the first one, not allowing for the second. But again, sensible cricket all there.
Yes, the initial call would have been just for 1. And then the overthrow happened, hence the confusion. Good on them not to go for it, because they've already lost fizzer of a run out. Now to the right-hander, nobody back deep of the offside, deep mid-wicket on the boundary.
It's a good sweep shot, straight to the fielder, but again, taking those singles, taking those time out, playing good cricketing shots, technical shots that will get them good runs, and then probably once they're set in, they can go for the attack as they like. But it's important to stitch a partnership here the way Hina and Priyanka are doing so far.
And so far, the left-hander has just looked to push back in the crease, hasn't really moved forward.
And there goes Hina. Not a required shot at all. Went for the aerial route straight to the fielder. A simple catch in the end, and there Oman lose their 4th wicket altogether. Break as because I thought we were behind. Okay.
about it. It's really muggy, overcast feel. As soon as the toss was happening, clouds out of all directions just centered in on top of the ground. And since then, China have ruled the roost with the ball in hand. Just at the halfway mark, Oman have lost 4 wickets. Hina Javed was the last one now to be out in the dugout. Priyanka Mendosha still out there.
Outside edge, going for a single. And I think Bhavashish, what now Priyanka's primary job would be is just to maintain the title ship and make sure that they're afloat till the 20th over. Another wicket here and it'll become a bit of a...
They should be calling louder as well. Just get a feeling that running between the wickets so far, they've been a little iffy, this Oman team.
Nicely defended again, going for a quick single. Oh, that was a close call. Had the throw been on the stumps, it would have been close. But again, I have a feeling Oman not learning from their past mistakes. Still going for the quick singles, still going for the risky singles.
Is there a little more hell-bent with the attitude of tap and run? Tap and run is okay as long as it's safe. And they're not exactly tapping and run, they're hitting and run. Which means that the ball goes even quicker to those inner ring fielders.
Yeah, and it's also about settling a bit. Just a single ball, and that's the only way they want to go forward with. Good shot. Just a single again. Going with the same plan. Trying to sneak these singles out. Trying to play their way in. End of the over. It's 51. Chen, the new ball.
Yes, one-sided game this morning, but this one promises to be a real cracker. China so far making life really difficult for these Oman batters.
Absolutely, Bhavashish. They've done well. Good line length from Chen. Bowling well. Putting the pressure on. Starting from where they started. And what do you think would be a good score for China to be able to chase down?
The way they're going, they would love to restrict Oman under 100.
Oh, that's a beautiful drive. On for a single. Again. Good shots. Priyanka playing well.
And what you've seen so far, Ritvik, from the China bowlers, they have been disciplined. There's hardly any pace on offer. There's not a lot of movement on offer, but it's the good areas that they have hit consistently.
Absolutely. It's about hitting the right areas, and like this ball as well. Darting into the leg, trying to go in for a sweep, but couldn't really go in.
Yes, Chen right now bowling her first over, bowling from the university end. In terrific conditions to play cricket, dare I say.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. One bounce and clears the rope for a 4. That's the one that we're talking about. Played on the merit of the ball, waited and let the timing do the work. An absolutely terrific shot.
Here's for the first time, bit of power from
And that is exactly what we expect from a player like this, right? Taking the chances when they're due and staying their crease. Good shot. Chen coming in. Oh, that's a beautiful drive. Straight to the fielder though, but again, a good single, good confident shot from Priyanka. I think she's trying to get her way and she's settled now. She's played around 19 balls and she's now finding her way. It'll be a good last 9 overs to go from her.
if she really stays there, they can double the score. And that will get them to that runner ball target that she was mentioning at the toss. 120 with a bit in it. Now, technically the third innings on the surface because UAE hardly batted.
Absolutely. But again, like we see, the ball is coming onto the bat pretty well. It's just that you need to make sure that you time the ball well and you see the ball for the right areas. Otherwise, it's a good batting surface to bat on. Oh, that's a good shot again. The fielder, great effort at the boundary. And that's gone. That's gone. The double, trying to sneak in a double and the throw completely at the keeper's end. Amazing work by the fielder to cut the boundary and then throw it right at the hook. Oh.
Home Yali dislodged the bails, and this is terrible news for Oman indeed.
Yeah, absolutely though. Like you were mentioning a couple of balls earlier, Priyanka was looking on course for a good total, but this run out again, not the first time we're seeing in this Oman batting side today, has let them down once again.
Yes, they can't really blame the conditions nor really give the credit to the quality of bowling. It's been mindless running from Oman so far. That's something they really need to work on. Because Ritvik, in terms of conditions in play, yes, it could have been slightly overcast, but the ball hasn't done much. It's just the lack of application in running between the wickets so far.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the lack of application, right, we've seen that happen now twice where there has been a slight hesitance, there has been a slight stop and gap, and yet they're going for the run all in, which has costed them something to look down and something to go ahead for an improvement plan.
For once, Sushantika Ashok, the new batter in, didn't run there. Good call.
I would say China have this game by the scruff of its neck. They should be restricting Oman to a total that they would feel comfortable in chasing now that Priyanka has left the crease as well. Oh, that's a good drive. Just for a single. Again, not taking any risks, just playing the ball on its merit down to the long on and sneaking in a single. Just an off thought, Babashish. Should the batters go ahead for a counter attack and now try to go all out attack? A couple of good overs and you never know. And that's a wide down the leg side.
No, I could be wrong here, but this could be the last proper batting pair out there. Which is why I would advise them to just bat through. Doesn't matter how many you get, make sure that this partnership stays till the 18th over.
Oh, that's gone sky high. To keep. Oh, a tough chance. Was running back all throughout. A good effort. Couldn't get there though.
Yes,
Great.
their catching was exceptional. When we saw them doing the warm-ups right after the toss, they were hardly dropping anything. And we have seen that intensity.
But nonetheless.
I must say, the fielding effort intent has been impressive so far.
Another. So China, like, this is what they do, right? In the middle overs, they try to choke the opposition by not giving them much runs. I mean,
So often, Ritvik, fielding is a real indicator of the kind of health your team is in. And if they are fielding like this, that just tells you that they've got a system in place back in China as well. The cities like Jinan in Shandong province, Shenyang in Liaoning province, they have begun to integrate cricket into their physical education PE systems, aiming to nurture interest from a young age. And only then can you work on your fielding. It's very difficult once you play top flight cricket to come in and improve your fielding. That can happen, but it takes a while.
and I think that's important as well because when you see a team like this rise up the ranks and qualify for the Asian Games as well, you just can't depend on a single aspect of the game. You require all-round improvement in fielding, bowling, and batting, which they've quite well done.
Yes, and warm weather regions like southern China are naturally suited for the game as well. The climate allows for them to train all around the year.
Good drive, good, a bit of a misfield, but not a run.
Yes, the entire direction of Chinese sports sort of changed after they came back with only 5 golds from the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Since then, they've turned a corner.
Well played again.
In the last 4 Summer Olympics, that is London, Rio, Tokyo, Paris, China have won 143 golds, and 62% of them brought by female athletes. So you really see that they've now taken to cricket and they're doing so well.
Absolutely. That just goes on to show the amount of effort and dedication the Chinese put into anything they do. And once they set their eyes on the prize, it's all about the effort and getting it there where they want to be. So far, a great tidy over bowled by Ma Rui. She's already taken a wicket and she's bowled consistently well with her line and length, not giving much of a room to the batters to play with, and has been bowling pretty well. Again, bowling completely wicket to wicket, same ball over again, straight to the fielder, straight to the bowler. Nothing much that the batter can do. No room for any kind of shot making. Absolutely brilliant discipline bowling there.
And terrific captaincy as well to have the mid-on fielder up and asking her to bowl a little straight. That is a little too straight eventually. But you can see what the plan is. And they're not giving these Oman batters any room outside of, keeping the stumps in play every time.
Absolutely, Babashish. And I think that's plan's worked as well. The Oman batters, we've seen them get frustrated and go for the aerial route where they have led to a couple of dismissals as well. So yeah, better to stick to that. Oh, that's a beautifully played shot. No fielder out there. The fielder gives it again and comfortable 2 runs this time, I would say.
Yes, didn't try to hit it too hard there. Just lofted it over the inner field for a couple of runs. That's the end of the over.
the captain back into the attack. Yu Mingye. And she's been pretty well for the Chinese team so far in the last match against Nepal. Bowling terrifically well and getting the home team over the line. Well played. Just for a single down the long on. Just playing it down the square leg side, but tapping it for a single. Plan is pretty simple. We can see that all around. Going for the shots that will grab them singles, trying to rotate the strike, trying to build and stitch a partnership here. Amanda's done pretty well, I would suggest, right? She's gone for the good shots. She's played some sensible cricket, and she can probably just build out a good innings for Oman from here on.
Into another tight over. Zhu Mingyu, the captain of China, bowls left arm tweakers. Just take a look at her action as she runs in once again. Just before the load up, she gets into a really stable position.
That's got an edge and will run for the 4, I guess. Or the fielder's done amazingly well there. Was almost running to the boundary, but she's given and put a terrific effort to save the team a couple of runs. Absolutely amazing feeling out there.
Yes, it's Yihan down at the third man boundary. Just never gave up.
And this is testament to the fact that they've done throughout, right? They have been at it no matter what stage of the game we are in, and they've given their 100% to the...
Just over that short mid-wicket fielder. You can see in both of the last 2 deliveries, she's induced chances. Previous one was the outside edge, this time of the leading edge. Yeah. So very accurate in this spell from Zhu Mingyu, making sure that she's making the batters play.
Absolutely. Wanting to get them runs. They have to come and get for it. A good end to the over. Oh, that was a close one. Missed the bat. Could have been risky. Again, a show of amazing line and length and an amazing disciplined bowling. Oh, again, a complete repeat of the last ball. And we can see what the batter is trying to do there. Trying to get that between the 2 fielders and trying to cut it for a 4, but completely disciplined wicket-to-wicket bowling that is not giving her enough room to even try or attempt for that. This is great bowling from China. Again, the same thing. Just hitting the right spot so consistently and so effortlessly. You've got to give them credit where it's due.
And also, this is really tentative footwork there from the batter. Not really picking the length early. Neither has been in a good position to either play forward or backward. Just caught in the crease so far. Oh, that is interesting. Zhao Yian has just swiftly dislodged the bails because She thought the non-striker was backing up a little too early. The appeal has been turned down by the umpire there. Bit of a warning then for the non-striker.
White ball there, a bit outside off, and losing their line a bit there. But on the previous ball, Babashish, what are your thoughts about Mankering and the way it's gone? Allowed tactical approach, or like the spirit of the game holds further?
Firstly, won't be calling it Mankering anymore. Legitimate form of run out now. And yes, completely in favor of that. Batters have got no business to back up too early. Stay in.
The ball goes up. Oh, what a beautiful catch by the captain. Was there, like, made good ground to cover that. Was there in the air for the long time and gets it.
Zooming Hu, she's been switched on right from the word go. Won the toss, was superbly confident that they
which is like you mentioned, way outside off, not the shot wasn't on, getting the leading edge and straight in the air.
Yes, that's a fall of the 6th wicket now for Oman. Which now brings Samira Khan. Who's joined Priyanka. Beg your pardon, Priyanka already back in the hut. Amanda. So Samira Khan has joined Amanda, who's at the non-striker's end.
Good defense. Trying to block that ball. Good call by Amanda to not go for the run as well, which they've done pretty much in the first earlier overs that has led them to be in such a vulnerable position so far. But great bowling this from China. 70 for 6 after 15.
Just that second wicket partnership between Fiza Javed and Nitya Joshi, 23 from 25. Since then, it's been all downhill for Oman. Played off the back foot, dot ball.
Came down the ground with a beautiful shot. Just doesn't go bound the ropes, but a good shot for a double. That also goes on to show the outfield there. Didn't really travel after the ball bounced first, and the fielder was able to cut it through. But a great attacking intent and a great shot down the ground.
Yes, the placement was right. You can't have a fielder that straight.
Oh, that's a good confident shot as well. Will that be close? Oh, a direct hit and it was gone. A direct hit and it was gone. And again, Oman taking risky singles, trying to sneak in those singles when probably not required at this point in life, where they need to build a partnership to see out the end.
If you're already taking a risky run, you can't doubt it further. I think that's been the issue. All well and good to take tight singles, but both the batters to be on the same page, important.
Oh, try to do that as well. Good call by the non-striker to not go ahead with the run. Would have been risky and could have had another wicket fall. You can see the Oman batters going in a bit of a shell now. Trying to just... another hesitation. Uh, a clean pickup probably could have made it an interesting choice, but an easy single there in the end.
I think there was always a run there. Don't know why the hesitation was. Maybe because of the runouts that we have seen so far.
Yeah, and again, like you mentioned a couple of balls earlier, right? Even if it is a risky single, just go for it. Once you've decided, you need to go ahead and fulfill that. Oh, coming down the ground, misses it completely altogether.
Yes, chance there. Hong Ya Lee she collected the ball behind the stumps properly. Maybe there was a chance of a stumping there. "16 overs are done, 74 for 6 Oman." So Zhu, Ruike, and Wang, all of them, they bowled 3 overs each. Zhao Yihan, she's completed her quota of overs.
Good shot there for a single. Just gliding the ball down the leg side.
It's Yuzi who's come out for her second over. Only gave away 4 runs in her first one. Bowled from the same university end.
Strong appeal. I think the umpire suggesting that a bat would have touched onto that. But again, apart from the loose balls here and there, good line and length maintained by Yuzi, and like you said, not giving away enough runs.
Yes, Rukia Sultana, the on-field umpire, top call from her.
Again, good shot. Full toss onto the bat and played away for a single.
Even the run-out decision that was given by her a couple of overs ago, that was spot on as well. She was in a terrific position to call that on-field.
Oh, that's beautifully played. Doesn't travel the distance, just goes to the fielder. But again, taking the aerial route to grab a single, go ahead over the fielder and try to get that single in. I think that's been...
Yeah, that was hoiked away across the line there. Couple of runs added to the scoreboard. Now it reads 77 for 6. This partnership now 7 from 11 between Amanda and Samira.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. One bound and completely rolls over for a 4. Again, the outfield not being so fast and holding the ball onto a bit, but a great shot. And that's 4 runs added. A confident play.
Yes, Ritvik, this time it was a beautiful shot indeed. Just got underneath the ball. Classy timing. And despite the slightly slow outfield here, that one was always going towards the ropes.
One point to notice though, the fielder really giving their all and absolutely going all the way till the very last moment. Again, goes on to credit as to how well this Chinese side is performing on the field today, which also puts a lot of pressure on the batters when they see such kind of effort.
83 for 6 into the last 18 balls.
the score Oman would be chasing would be that 100, total score of 100, and try to put in a fight, try to defend that 100 score. But very confident stroke straight to the fielder, but a great shot there for a single. They're getting their move, they're getting their shots clear now. With each and every ball passing, they're playing confident shots.
Yes, it's Wang who's now bowling a final over.
Oh, comes down the ground straight over the bowler's head for a 4. Absolutely brilliant shot. Made up her mind early on.
Amanda De Costa, she's been out there for a while. That is right out of top draw. To come down the track, keep her head down and just go through the line of the ball. Stunning.
Trying to sweep that out. Would be gutted that she missed onto that one.
Yes, nobody down at deep fine leg. Half a bat even. There was at least a couple of runs for the taking.
Great shot again. Between the two fielders. And they've done well. Oh, it's gone for a 4. It's gone for a 4. Well thought for. Has she injured herself now? But a great shot again. The fielders doing all their own, but the ball ultimately rolling over the boundary.
Yes.
Glad the fielder's not injured though.
Yeah, they've been diving around. Beats deep square leg, deep mid wicket by 6. Another boundary.
And I think the intention is pretty clear. In the last 3 overs, she wants to go all out and try to get them to a respectable score, which they will be confident of defending.
Yes, they asked for 120, they'll perhaps get there. That's how Amanda has gone about her business. 25 from 24, 3/4 so far.
Great shot that again. Coming down the ground again over the covers. Great fielding there as well. Not letting it go for a boundary. Just restricting it to a couple. But now we see the intent. Now we see the attack. She's playing the field very well. Going for the aerial route where there is no danger and trying to play sensible cricket. Amazing cricket by Amanda's there.
Yes, and the key to that shot, I thought Hrithik was not trying to hit it too hard. Just trying to come down the track and punch the ball. Lofty. With a bit of timing. 12 balls to go. Oman now 94 for 6. I hope Saudi Arabia, they are looking at this particular innings from Oman and taking a few notes in how you can still keep scoring even if you're losing wickets.
Oh, that's amazingly well played. No fielder out there again. Over the cover and gone for a 4. This has been classic. And attacking the bowlers now with all intent.
Yes, and they can actually go beyond that score. That also tells you this surface is now looking tremendous to bat on. It's coming onto the bat nicely.
Another hesitation. Oh, is there a the throw wasn't on, but again, they don't need this at this point of time. When Amanda is really clicking that well, they need the two batters to stay on and make sure that they're all in for not risking it for a single.
Yes, the throw could have been on there, Ritvik, but the backup fielder, the fielder down at short mid wicket, didn't come around.
Push it away for a single.
Yes, and you can see the body language of the captain from China, Zhu Minghu. She knows every run counts. Now moves the sweeper fielder a lot straighter. So 3 deep fielders on the offside, deep third, a sweeper deep, and a long off on the boundary. Bowler now wants a bit of a change. Maruike she's requested the captain to bring the third fielder up. Captain has, denied the request. Field stays the same. Ruike now to Samira Khan.
That's gone. Great bowling this from Ruike, finally getting a revenge of the 4 in the first ball.
Thinking about bowling change of pace, slower deliveries. Because that request was denied and both the deep fielders were also straight down the ground, she had to bowl quicker effort ball on the stumps, and that's given her the wicket. That's an example of some smart captaincy, sticking to their game plan, and that has rewarded them.
Absolutely, and we saw that from the earlier ball as well, right? When she was giving her a bit of a room, the batter was pretty confident and playing at all the ground. So maybe the captain wanted her to stick to the line and stick to the gun, and she probably got that. She got that wicket. Cynthia Saldana coming onto the crease now.
Yes, the keeper batter, Saldana. Hopefully she can give the strike back to Amanda.
Very confident drive. Again, sticking the line and length onto the stumps, not allowing much room for the batter to free her arms and try to give in that single to Amanda. Good bowling this, and like you mentioned, good captaincy all round.
Once again, looked like Saldana was beaten for a bit of pace there. Was late onto that ball. Fine over, and a lovely spell of bowling from Ruike. 4 overs, 2 for 16. And 19 overs are done. 99 for 7 Oman.
With 1 over to go, I think Oman would be looking forward to push that score as high as they can. And to their advantage, they have their best batter of the day.
Yes, and the opposition's best bowler, Zhu Minghui, the captain, she'll bowl her final over. What a matchup this is. Zhu versus Amanda. First ball.
Oh, that's very well played. The fielder should cut it, but a bit of a misfield there that allows for a second run, and good feeling. Good shot there.
Yes, with that, the 100 up now. 101 for Oman. Put into bat first here. They've got to the magic number at least. Amanda should really be looking to keep strike and hit boundaries.
That's no man's land again. Falling. Will they go for a double? They are going for a double. This might be pretty close, or a better throw, a closer connect, and this
diving full stretch. That put a little bit of pressure on Zhu as well, who fumbled. Back-to-back twos now for Amanda. How much of strain that must have put on her. Now, can she time those power shots? That's always the case with it. Once you run those twos in the final over, you then almost lose out on power that you earlier had to burn. So that dot ball isn't a bad deal for Amanda. She must have gotten her breath back and might just look to launch right now.
Absolutely. That gives that's a beautiful shot again. Too long on, just a single. But again, like you mentioned, and like we were saying, that dot ball gives her the additional time and a space of a ball to go ahead and go for the aerial route, which she did. Just a bit more power, and that could have cleared the ropes probably.
Job done so far for Zhu. Only 5 runs conceded of this final over. Couple of balls remaining. That'll just be a dot ball.
Cynthia.
That just means for that last ball, it will be Samira Khan.
Good single taken in the end. And that's a very well pullback from the Chinese in the last over, because from the 18th and the 19th over, we thought that Oman would probably go ahead and probably touch a 110 mark. But again, captain leading from the front. Great over to just restrict them to another 6 runs in this over. 104 for 7, the final score for Oman after the 20 overs. The chase coming up, Babashi.
Yes, it was Amanda's knock right at the very end. Runner ball 27 from her. And then bit of support from Samira Khan, 14 from 13. That has propelled them over 100. 106 to win. As we dive into a little breather, we'll come back with the run chase.
Welcome back for the run chase here in UKM Oval. What a brilliant first half from China. They came in with a clear strategic framework and executed it flawlessly in the field. By staying patient and highly observant, they got the dangerous Gunaseko for just 2 runs early on, and then the tremendous fielding and the risky runouts didn't help Oman scores much, restricting them to 105. But the job, as you can clearly see, is only half done. China now have to chase down 106, and as we can see, Asif bowling in with that fire, trying to get them and play a competitive cricket out here, trying their best to defend 105. Babashish.
Thanks a lot, Ritvik. Yes, you're right. She's been bowling that line just outside off.
Almost wanting the China batters to go and get that runs, not giving it away very clearly. What do you make of the plans early on in the power play from Oman to probably have a great shot and put the China batters under the pressure?
It's all well and good to suggest them that they gotta look for wickets, but question is how. Surface looks really good. It's coming onto the bat. So I would suggest keep the runs down. Keep it tight. Make them do something out of the ordinary. Round the wicket to the left-hander.
Good ball that coming in. Good defend. And absolutely, Babashish, what they also can learn from the first innings is the amount of effort China put into their fielding. That is something that they have to, learn from and give their all, because those early chances, those half chances, if they go their way, they'll be in a good spot.
Yes, we heighting the left-hander now. She's got a sweeper waiting for her and a third fielder on the boundary.
Again, coming on to the stumps pretty well. There's a bit of a movement of the ball as well. It's slightly coming on to the stumps from the outside of fourth stump ball.
Yes, I believe that's just the angle though, Ritvik. Just the natural angle that Asif has created by going round the wicket to make sure that she's not giving any room to the left-hander heighting there.
Full toss. Great shot. Absolutely smothered that, and a bad ball to end the over. Was going pretty well there for the first 5, but then throws in a loose outside off full toss, and the batter completely hops onto it.
Yes, for the 5 balls that she was trying to keep it tight, she hardly gave away a run. For that last ball, she was searching for a wicket. Tried to hit the stumps, bowled that really full ball. And credit to Heiting to then strike that one towards the side screen. First boundary of the chase. China have started well here.
Afida Aftab into the attack now. Bowling in from the city end. There's a change now. The captain coming on, trying to lead from the front, taking matter in her own hand, but probably bowling from round the wicket as well to the right-hander.
Yes, we saw in the morning game spinners who bowled from the city end got a little bit of extra bounce. Can Priyanka extract that? Left arm spin.
Well bowled there, completely receiving the batter. Not much of a spin there, not much of a turn there, just the natural slide and the bounce that you talked about.
Yes, that bounce really putting Lee Ziaping in a lot of bother. She didn't know whether to get fully forward or back.
Again, a flighted ball onto the stumps. The plan has been pretty direct so far. What we saw in the first match as well, with the UAE bowler Oza doing the same from the city end, bowling it at flight and trying to get those darted onto the stumps. That's a good shot. Completely goes for a good 4. The fielder tried well, but
Yes, Ritvik, only one fielder outside the ring right now when Priyanka is bowling. I was just looking for the second deep fielder when that shot was hit. No protection on the boundary on the leg side before that shot. Now they've got a man at deep mid wicket.
Yeah,
They've got a fielder down at deep mid wicket, manning that deep mid wicket boundary.
cannot afford to make those mistakes right now. Oh, that's gone! What a beautiful ball. Trying to play on to the back of the stumps. Completely misses it and hits the top of the middle. Priyanka gets her batter, and now they've got what they're searching for. A wicket of Lee Jia-ping. Amazing bowling this from Priyanka.
Caution from the batter. Jia-ping back in the hut.
The next batter in, Kai Yuzi. This can be something that the Oman team can build upon. Have given away a couple of boundaries in the first 2 overs already, but this is something that can probably get their momentum back, try to choke the China batters and get some hold onto the game early on in the power play.
What Priyanka will be hoping she can get another one and then bring the captain of China early in the game.
Again, flighting it well outside the off stump, trying for the batter to go and play the drive, try to get the outside edge, probably get that wicket, making her play for those runs. Good approach so far. That's a risky run and a cleaner pickup and it could have been close.
Yeah, I thought wrong end.
Yeah, should have gone the keeper's way. But a good end to the over there for Oman. 10 for 1 after 2.
We mentioned right at the start of the fixture, Oman were unranked last year. Now the team has now climbed to 36th in the ICC rankings, reflecting significant progress in a very, very short period. Credit to the pool of players that they have found, the support staff, the coaching staff.
Good ball that right onto the stumps. Just played it for a gentle defense, not looking to parry that with hard hands onto the ground. Just a subtle, gentle knock.
Yes, and the lack of awareness in terms of running between the wickets can be a real issue for them moving forward.
Oh, that's a good drive played. The fielder does well to stop it. A couple of runs, not letting it go for the boundary. But again, a great shot, great cricket all round. Good fielding, good batting.
Yes, and wasn't that bad a ball either. Just that hard length outside off stump from Asif, hoping to stay away from the pads of Yuzi. I like that line, and that's okay if that's gone through the inner circle for a couple of runs.
Giving too much of a room at that time. We'll stick to a say. Oh, they slight bit of hesitation, and that's gone. That is gone. An absolute blunder from the China batters. Not learning actually from the Oman side and not making their mind whether to go for a double or not. End up losing a wicket.
Yes, China are almost returning the favor now to Oman. That was so unnecessary. Always just a single on offer there. Never a second. They forced that second run and have paid a heavy price. And this is what I was talking about.
Yet again, we see that as a trend being repeated all throughout the two innings now. The stopgap, both the bat
is there for the taking. What that does now puts real pressure on the captain of China, Zhu Minghu, perhaps their best batter, left-handed bat, and she'll be facing Asif from round the wicket once again.
Yeah, this partnership will be very crucial. How down the leg, no wide signal, so something would have hit the body down its way to the keeper.
I'll tell you what, Ritvik, now this game wide open.
Absolutely. Still early days, but something tells me that this will be a nail biter. It will be a close finish right at the end.
Well, then we'll have heights of two extremes. That first game and this game. Record-breaking run chase from UAE to finish it within 5 balls.
And absolutely brilliant performance of the ball as well to restrict them to a score of 23. But coming on to this one again, we saw that in the first over from Asif as well. That angle really helping her out. That additional angle that she generates from that side of the wicket, coming onto the ball, not giving much room to the batter, choking them. Great line length. Oh, that's a great ball. Again, worth mentioning the little movement that the ball saw due to the angle. Zhu not able to judge that perfectly. End of 3 overs, 13 for 2. Priyanka now back into the attack from the same city end.
Wicket in her first over for Priyanka. We'll get that second over from the city end once again. Taking on her opposite number. Zhu on strike.
Again, the approach seems pretty straightforward there and pretty direct. Flight the ball onto the stumps, make the batter go for it, make them take a risky shot. Zhu obviously not going for it. Played it well, defended well. Good drive, straight to the bowler.
What she can do is perhaps bring in that extra cover fielder, Javed, right now. Fielding right underneath the comb box. If they can get that fielder in, that'll perhaps tempt Zhu to drive it against the spin. Just a little shot of their delivery, mid-on fumbles.
That brings in the captain to the strike now. So it'll be Priyanka versus Zhu. A wicket here, and it probably would lead a lot of confidence to the Oman side.
This wicket here, you'll have to consider Oman as favourites.
It's a good sweep. Straight to the fielder for a 1 run. Well played. Confident stroke making that from Zhu. You can see how confident she is when she plays that.
Wonder if they've got somebody who could bowl right arm off spin now with these two left-handers out there. Sushanta Ashok, maybe.
Oh, what a beautiful catch in the field. That's what the Oman side require. 110%. And now they're 3 down. That is amazing fielding from the fielder.
Here's the mid-off fielder, anticipated that pretty well. Wee Heiting trying to go over mid-off. Has been holed out.
And like we were mentioning, that's now 3 wickets in 3 consecutive overs for Oman. And now they're trying to creep in back. And I think, like you mentioned, strong favorites to hold their fort. China under deep trouble and also would want to go out trying to defend their place now.
Ritvik, something else these batters need to think about is the breeze. I suspected this when we got to the ground that the breeze might just pick up in the afternoon, and it has. It's a lot breezier right now. So if you're hitting into the wind, it's not going to go anywhere, as it did at that point of time.
Absolutely. And you need to generate a lot more power for that, which is very difficult in the kind of bowling that Priyanka is also doing. That was a close call. But far from what China need. They don't want to take these risky singles. They don't want to go ahead and put themselves under the back foot with another mistake of a wicket. End of the over, 16 for 3 after 4. ठीक है? Asif now with a third of the innings and straight from the university end. Oh, that's a beautiful drive straight to the fielder though, but well played.
Important now, Asif and the rest of Oman players now not try anything fancy. Replicate the same discipline that we saw from Team China in the first innings with the ball.
That's a good ball again. Again, taking risky singles there when it's not required. Can probably take her time out, play a couple of balls and then go for it. But again, maybe following the same tap and run policy.
Not the same policy because there was no hesitation. They went for it. And Captain Zhu responded to that well. It was Wang who was going to the danger end. That put pressure on the mid-off fielder. She fumbled. But you're right. Half a chance there for Oman. Zhu on strike.
Good pick that from the fielder, trying to cut that any off thought of a run. I think if China can make sure that they maintain the run rate well, it would be a good service for them to then come out on top later on when the two batters are settled. So some of the balls that they're facing right now, trying to build their momentum, are well invested in my opinion.
Yes, and this Oman team, they've got fresh legs all throughout the squad. 6 under-19 players in the squad, highlighting a promising future and a strong talent pipeline in Oman women's cricket. And you can see that energy on the field.
Absolutely, and the hunger as well. Wanting to go for every ball, wanting to get that wicket. Amazing to see.
Yorker now from Asif.
She's been pretty well. She's been bowling pretty well throughout this innings. Her her angle that just benefits her, that little movement is something that is really, really difficult for the batters to actually go ahead and build something off. Again, amazing bowling this from Asif.
Okay, got it.
Something on to run up. We'll have to go that for another one.
Sometimes that can play on the batter's mind, especially if it's the last ball of the over. Very important that Zhu stays present in the moment and not think about the next over, the last over, the power play after that. Stay on this ball.
Full toss, and that's played very well. Cut off by the fielder. Great fielding that by Javed now on. And that's a couple of runs. But again, not the best of the bowls for Asif to end the over, but a great shot. 5 overs done. It's 19 for 3. So Priyanka taking the ball again, coming for her third as well to end the power play. It's well played. A direct throw hits the stumps, but the batter comfortably in.
Yes, that's a great energy there from the mid-on fielder, Amanda De Costa. We saw her striking a few crucial late boundaries in that first inning, so she's translated that confidence to her fielding.
Tried to cut that ball, misses it onto the keeper's hands. I think they need to be, what Wang and Zhu need to make sure is that even if they're going ahead and not scoring every ball for a run, they need to be there and they need to stick around. That's a great shot that for a single on to Javed. This is good bowling from Priyanka. Very good bowling, keeping it tight, keeping it calm, not giving them much opportunities to go for the big hits, go for the boundaries. Something which they've done well throughout to maintain after the first two. Down the leg, that's very well played, and that's gone for a 4. Like I said, maybe the commentator's curse, but a bad ball to end. Bad ball there.
Yes, can't really blame anything else but the length and line for that particular delivery from the captain. Dragged down outside leg stump. Wang Huing did get plenty of bat onto that one to beat short fine leg.
Again, way outside of.
And very, very slow as well, which makes timing so difficult.
And that's there. Again, coming back to her flighted deliveries that she has been successful with to end the power play. 25 for 3 after 6.
You'll have to say that first phase of play in the second innings, that belongs to Oman. More than 100 runs on the board to chase, and they have come out with high intent. With the ball in hand, picked up 3 wickets already.
Absolutely, giving it their all in the fielding and the bowling, wanting to make sure that they put that pressure onto the China batters right from the very first over. And that's what they've done. Priyanka has been amazing, so has Asif with their line and length.
And they will be hoping Amanda De Costa, the new bowler from the university end, can also enjoy the same kind of success. spinners have had on this surface. We were talking about the right arm off spinner to the left-hander. That has finally arrived.
And it will give them a chance to get that nick and onto the keeper, trying to get those wickets. Yeah, well played there for a single. Just push it gently and straight, and that's great fielding there. Saved a couple of runs, but very well done to actually cut the two fielders and play it on.
Yes, you're right. In terms of the batting approach from here on in, it should really be simple enough. Fielders are back. So there's always a single. If you want it, take them. Required run rate just over 4. So it shouldn't be threatening you right now.
And what I've really liked about Zhu, including the last shot that she played, she's not trying to go and muscle it. She's trying to open the face of the bat and play the ball gently onto the field, where seeing the gaps like we did and taking the balls on their merit, trying to play the bad balls out. Great batting so far.
Yes, and again, spin, as I noticed then, she's got a little bit of a forward press, which just gets her ready in time. From there on in, from that forward press, she can come forward or go fully back, use the depth of the crease, as she does there, to turn around and pick up a run.
A good call from the non-striker as well. No hesitation right there. Complete smooth single run. This is the kind of batting that we want to see from the China batters, right? Something that they are known for, and completely sensible cricket that they would want to play. Take their easy chances, go for the open areas and try to get the score as close to the target as they can.
Their next target should be to get to 50. Get to 50 with 3 down, and that's what they're looking at.
Amanda to Zhu.
Extra bounce there from the off spinner. Goes through the keeper's gloves. Extra run conceded.
Good defense there, right onto the
Inside edge onto the pads. And she survives. 7 done, 29 for 3.
That's straight to the fielder and gone. What a beautiful catch. Quick reflex catch, by the way. The ball was hit very powerfully, but the way that she caught onto it, amazing. And Jaya Danya
so far has been so impressive in this match. We saw China putting their bodies on the line, catching anything and everything that went up. Now Oman bringing this run chase down. 4 wickets now back in the hut.
and how good Jaya Danya has been for Oman in these recent years. You've seen her, you didn't have the best of the days with the bat, went out cheaply, but then coming on to bowl right off the first ball, getting a wicket, putting the momentum on back for Oman. A clear match winner as she has been for Oman. Amazing bowling.
as we credited the captaincy for Zhu in that first innings, this time you gotta take your hat off to Priyanka to have the mid-wicket fielder inside the circle as a catching fielder. Outstanding catch that was from that short midfielder. Amanda De Costa runs with the bat, and now on the field, electrifying take.
Slide it onto the mid wicket again. The intentions have been very clear. They just want to flight it out and try to get the China batters to play that ball, try to get that wicket. But amazing feeling and amazing bowling all throughout. Another one that came in. Just a single.
It was the same length that got Gunashekhar the wicket. That length is not short enough for you to rock back and hit that in the air. And if you want to come down the track and leave your crease, do that at your own peril. So it's lovely control of length from Gunashekhar so far.
Again, just giving it gently to Amanda there in the mid-wicket region. Not allowing for any runs, not allowing for any leak of any runs. Again, great bowling this from Gunashekhar.
And she's just gone wide of the crease now to the left-hander.
Oh, that stayed up in the air. No one went for it. Was it a miscalculation? Did no one actually call out for that? But it was a clear catch. The fielders coming in, but no one going for it. A missed opportunity, a big one.
Yes, this time Amanda didn't really go for that. Went for it too late.
Down the leg. Very well played that. Very well played that for 4 runs finally. Again, the outfield not being the quickest, but the time. Eight overs done. China 35 for 4. Amanda back into the attack. Facing Gong Yuting. Didn't carry.
There's no real power behind that shot. And that'll be the issue for the left-handers out there. Both of these two right-arm spinners just taking the ball away from them.
Batter asking for the middle wicket guard. Oh, completely missing the bat. Was foxed by the turn. Zhu missing the ball completely, and the keeper missing it as well. Great ball that from Amanda.
Yeah, she delivered that from slightly wide of the crease, the angle in, and then the spin away. That was good enough to beat any left-hander.
That's good shot again. Just for a single, playing it out. She's actually kept it low and tight as compared to the flighters that we were seeing from Priyanka.
Something else you can also see right now, this ball not turning consistently.
Appeal for a leg before, but down the leg.
You could see in that first game, the odd one was perhaps spinning. Now, in this particular fixture, especially in the last innings of the day, there is a consistent turn, significant turn.
I think, like you mentioned, it's also the breeze that's coming down the ground straight for a boundary. That's a beautifully played shot, amazingly played.
Who has to drive this run chase home? Captain of China. If Zhu can back through, take this chase deep into the innings, they'll mostly get there.
Again, not carrying on to the long on, but the intent being the same. Going the aerial route, taking a single. And the end of 9 overs, it's 42 for 4. Vashish, do you believe that the only batter between Oman and victory right now is Zhu? Get their wicket and probably they've won the game?
Which is why I would like to see them attacking with more right arm off spin options. They'll continue to do so from the city end as well. Gunashekhar in that previous over found some purchase as well. So matchup once in favor. They're going to just stick to that. And that is simple in terms of captaincy. Not trying anything fancy.
Again on the ground. Got a foot for a single. Yeah, absolutely. When you know something's working, it's better to not change it and try to go berserk. And it's worked well so far in the 9 overs that we've seen. And I think Priyanka want to, keep it at the same level, try to take it as deep as she can, and try to choke the China batters.
How about a slip in position now because it's spinning square?
Well played there. Good quick single. That's been one of the differentiating factors so far. All the singles that they've taken, despite them being quick or risky, they've gone ahead and gone with the run regardless of what the call was. And that shows signs of confidence as well.
No drastic change of pace from Gunashekhar in this over.
It's there in the air for a bit, but again, not enough power to reach anywhere close to the fielder. Quick run taken again. That is very sensible cricket from the captain and the China batters. They've stitched in a very good partnership now. And they would be looking to, cement this in the second half of the innings to go ahead and chase that score.
It's a bit of a loosener there. While that partnership is going on as a fielding unit, it's so important now that you keep the runs down till the drinks break. It's just a couple of balls away. And then we have seen the time right after drinks is difficult for the batters to get in once again.
Absolutely. And I think this would do both the teams a bit of a benefit, right? Both of them would be looking forward to just ease in for a single, try to get where they can in the 10th over mark, and then see from what that takes in. No extra risks from the China batters and no extra risk to get that wicket early on, right, from Oman as well. So something that they should stick to and end the innings break quite close. Good ball that from Gunashekhar to end the 10th over. It's 47 for 4.
And at the halfway mark, it's drinks on the field. 47 for 4. And we can't really separate these two teams right now. We'll have to say bare minimum, barely enough runs on the board, and they've made a match out of this so far.
Amanda there. Well played for again a quick single. Just trying to open the face of the bat onto the fielder for a quick run, giving the captain back the strike.
There again, no hesitation whatsoever. Once they committed to that single, they really stayed in that urgency. Change of pace there from the bowler for the first time, bowling it touch flatter.
Completely missed there. Outside off, but trying to pull that over the leg side.
Also, the ideal pace for this surface, if you bowl a lot quicker, it's just going to skid through and bounce perhaps. Once you slow it down, that's when the turn becomes consistent.
Good ball attacking the stumps. Send back again. Not a run there. Good captaincy call this from the non-striker. Again, I think what they need to do is just keep their calm, keep their nerves down, try to see this over out, and then figure out what can they do. Good shot that. A throw would have been interesting. Will they go for a second? This can be interesting now. Good 2 quick runs. Not great throws, I would say, from both the ends.
More importantly, even if that throw was a little wide, the backup was only on the boundary. So once it went through the inner circle, there was always another run. 50 up now for China.
A good ball to end the over. And at the end of the 11 over mark, it's 50 for 4. What do you make of the next 5 overs that are going to come? What should be the approach that China take on to make sure that they don't have much of the burden left on for the last 5?
Difficult to think about winning it in the 18th, 19th over from here on in. Take it as deep as possible, as you mentioned some time back. And the only way to do so is for them to bat around Zhu Minghu, which now Gong Yuting has done for a bit and needs to just continue that good work.
Oh, absolutely. We were discussing this about some time back earlier, that how she is the main architect for this win if it has to be for China, and for Oman, she's the one to get 18 of 25. She's actually played very well. Played the shots that deserved to be hit and given due credit to the good balls as well. Great batting this from her. Needs to go ahead and stick for the long run.
Sushantika Ashok, another off spinner from the city end. And gets the timber.
That's completely bamboozled her straight onto the stumps, and that flight again that we keep talking about.
Rithwik, with that wicket, we can safely say Oman with the upper hand here. 50 for 5. That surface is not getting any easier to bat on right now. Although there is Zhu Minghu at the non-striker's end and she's batting well, she's running out of partners.
Absolutely. They would need someone to go around and have a strong partnership with Zhu Mingwei. But again, a shot that I feel wasn't necessary at this point in time. But the new bowler coming in, wanting to go after her from the very first ball, backtracks, and now the captain's in the hut. 50 for 5 in 11.1, and Oman all over China, I would say right now.
Shen Zhenyu, the new batter in. She's a right-hander. Has got pretty much an open stance. Wonder if Shushantika Ashok now will be bowling a lot straighter once again. And see if she can target the front or back pad.
Yeah, that's what she's going for. She's darting it in onto her legs to get that LBW, to get that ball to miss the face of the bat and hit the legs.
Credit where it's due though. There was a strong forward defense.
Yeah. Well played there for a single. Again, like you mentioned, what I've really liked about the China batters so far, regardless of the score, is how well they've opened the face of the bat to take these singles and to take the other runs. Great batting all round, but again, need to build it up.
Yes, massive wicket, that last one. Captain Zhu back in the hut now. She was the one who was trying to play the sweep, missed the ball, and with the set batter gone, Oman can sense the victory.
That's a bit of a miscommunication there, allowing for a single run. What I also like about Ashok so far is her action. It goes on to deceive the batter about being a leg spin, but at the very end, it becomes an off spin action. A very unorthodox, I would say.
Just like the batting stance we are seeing right now. She starts in a very open position, but as soon as she's facing the ball, she's side on, which is all that matters. Open now, but while she's trying to hit the ball, she gets side on. And that is all that matters if you're a batter.
And I think that's something that Ashok has also realized now after the first two balls, going completely outside of, away from the first initial plan of hitting the stumps, targeting the legs. So good batting this. Played it gently for a single. So to end the over, it's 53 for 5. Another slow over and a very important over from Oman's point of view. 12 overs done, 53 for 5.
It is on silent mode.
Manda coming back onto attack. I think she's bowled pretty well so far. Amanda from the university end to Chen. That's a bit of a miscommunication. The batter was not interested at all, and the non-striker had completely gone halfway mark. Good decision from the batter to not take that run. Was never a run there.
Yeah, Shen and Gong can't afford another mix-up here. One more wicket and you're staring at a tail of this China team.
That's well played on. Passes the fielder onto Javed just for a single. So what I think Amanda has done pretty well so far in this innings is to maintain the slow tempo. She's made sure that just those singles and just those
Yes, the only thing perhaps as far as Team China is concerned, they got to now break this total down into smaller targets. Think about the next 10 runs first. Chance.
Oh, the chance was on, a direct hit, and she was gone. Was there a second run in it though?
There was definitely another run out on the cards that they gone for the second run. Could have been the second run out. Sometimes it's difficult to think because the batter at the far end is not even watching the overthrow. So by the time she responds, it's a little too late.
And again, what we're seeing here is a bit of nerves coming onto the China batters now. We can see the pressure creeping up because the last two balls, this is a bit not in their nature for the last 4 overs. They've now gone ahead and have had 2 instances where the Oman players could have taken a run out.
And credit to them, this is for the first time in 2.5 hours that they have been slightly frenetic.
Yeah. Again, the same story. Close that one. Like we were mentioning, I think the batters are now feeling the run rate pressure also climbing up. They're trying to sneak in those risky singles. Not a safe side. It's only due course till they get a run out eventually.
Yes, important. What kind of a message Priyanka is sending to her troops here? Is she asking the inner circle fielders to just come in couple of steps?
Also, do you suggest they bring in one of the fielders in, try to choke them, wanting for them to play the big shot, and in that, if they get a wicket, they get a wicket.
There are already 5 of them inside the circle. Don't think they might need one more, but them 5 need to do better. 57 for 5, 13 overs are done. Just the beauty of women's cricket, Ritik. Because you get only 4 boundary riders, there is always that extra fielder in any which case. So it's really up to them to put pressure
and
by fielding well.
And make sure where the placement is, because that's very important. We've seen most of these run-outs happen at the right place where the fielder was. Again, sliding the bit onto the stumps. Just for 1 run. I don't think ones would do anymore. They need to try to open the shackles, try to send a message for that point of view.
For now, I think ones are okay. Of course, it's 2 different school of thoughts. There could be one school of thought that says, okay, bat well now, get a few boundaries, kill this game. The other one, as that comes back in sharply, the other school of thought might be about hanging in there. It's just under 5 right now. So even if you're getting 3-4 singles every over, you're staying in the fight.
Absolutely. I think most of that would be decided in the 18th and the 19th over. The way China batters prefer to take it, would they want to chase down a 5 or a 6 runs per over in the 18th and 19th, or try to kill that right here and there so that they're comfortable in the end game when it reaches that part?
What that will also do, that will transfer the pressure on Oman.
Absolutely.
So if these two can hang around, keep doing what they've been doing in the last 5-10 minutes or so, find the gaps, find the singles, keep pushing the fielders. Now, both the umpires have just gotten together for a bit of a discussion.
I would also want to see Priyanka take that ball for her 4th over, try to break their momentum, get that final wicket to actually completely get rid of the evil.
Yeah, spot on, top call there. I think this was something to do with the action of Shushantika Ashok. She was bowling those attempted leggies before that. Let's see what she bowls right now. It's pretty much the same attempted leggy again. Just a bit of a note from both the on-field umpires straight away to the captain of Oman. All right, China needing still 47 more.
That's wide. Again. That's a good shot. Played down under the bat for a single. Again, not giving her enough room to open the arms. Wanting the batter to play it from the ground. Try to take that single in the open gap. This is really good bowling from Ashok. Last ball to finish off her over.
45 more needed from here on in. A single through the offside. Doing it nicely now, Gong and Chen, in this little partnership that's bringing life back into this run chase.
14 overs done, 62 for 5.
Six overs, 44 to get. We both called it early up here in the commentary box. We had a feeling that this is going to be a real tight contest, and we are heading into those tight 6 overs.
And Gunasekar back from the university end. Oh, that's good feeling. That's really good feeling to get a hand onto it and just allow for a single. Well fielded, well bowled.
To the left-hander, she'll continue bowling from around the wicket, that is. Shen so far has kept her nerves under control. Nothing rash. No ugly hoik.
Inside edge onto the pads. Moving in. Just needs to get that nerve, get that single out of the way and give strike to Chen. That's what they need to do. Yep. They need to keep rotating the strike as much as they can. Oh, very close to the stumps.
Yes, that was delivered from the front of the hand. Ritvik looked like the straighter one, the armor. Trying to set up Gong after bowling a few off breaks. That one went straight on.
This one's way too out. Called in for a wide. Yeah, you're right, Babashish. You can see how she's setting up the batter. Throwing those flighted balls outside off stump, going for the spin and then the odd one coming in straight into the stumps. Good thinking this.
Yes, tempting Gong to go for it on the onside against the spin.
That's gone. That's a beautiful catch there. And I think that is the last straw. Gong going out. What Oman needed. Great bowling this like we were discussing. And Gunasekar gets again a breakthrough that is very important for the team.
Yes, and more importantly, the catching has just kept on improving in this fixture. So Shantika Ashok there down at short cover. Flat batted shot. Kept her eyes on the ball. And this Oman team now seems to be well in control of this game.
And like we were discussing, the field placements, we've got to give it to the bowler and the captain as well. All these catches that have been taken right there where the fielder was. So credit where it's due and great stuff this from the captain and the Oman team as well. Gunasekar providing with great figures there, 2 for 13 in her 2.4.
It's slipping away from China here.
didn't carry, didn't reach anywhere. A dot ball.
Yes, there could have been a run for sure there. Just that Ruike has come out to bat and she wasn't confident enough to run that.
And I think it's better to go for a dot rather than go for a run and get those wicket out, even if you're not confident. Well played. This is hesitation. What have they done? Called in, called out, called in. That goes the 7th wicket down. 2 in this over now. And this is absolutely disastrous for
put on them in terms of the required run rate, going towards 6 runs per over and just over that. And they have lost their calm, their discipline.
And one thing to notice for the rest of the teams watching this as well, that how much of a hesitation can impact the entire flow of the batting side. Completely on top, and then the 1 wicket goes and they're completely down. So I think this is something that both the teams, not just China for that matter, need to go back and think about how they want to improve their messaging between the batters when taking a run, so that cases like these don't come and prop up in the future matches.
You called for it, Ritvik. There you go. Priyanka back.
A single that hit the top of the bat out. I think she should just target the stumps now. Try to get that wicket. Try to completely crumble China under pressure.
Ruike on strike. Might have to play a few shots here. Trying to use the long handle will only get 1. And the only reason I say that is because Ruike is starting to lose out on partners from the other end.
Absolutely. Before the time runs out, she needs to get that score to maybe an 80 or an 85 through a strong attack and then take it from there. But yeah, time running out. Oh, completely missed the bat. Bamboozled the batter. Great bowling this from the captain. Slightest of the edges and that was gone.
Yes, credit to how Oman, they have fought back after they themselves lost the plot in terms of running between the wickets. Their catching, their fielding has been spotless.
Absolutely. Right from the first over, get-go, they kept on taking wickets. They kept on putting their 100% in the field, and that's shown results. That's actually shown that they can defend a target of 105.
Now go back to those 3 boundaries that Amanda got right at the very end. How crucial they look right now. Because if this was, a 70-80 run score, China are there. But those 20-odd runs that Amanda got right at the very end, that's proving to be the difference here.
Oh, that's played on to the long on. Oh, that's gone. That's cleared the ropes. What a beautiful hit that. Over long off for 6. Probably one of the best shots we've seen so far.
This particular game comes when China needed it the most.
Releasing that bit of a pressure from the China batters as well, and from herself as well. She was playing at 1 of 3. Now she's on 7 of 4.
And because it's the last ball of the over, she'll once again look to rotate the strike, keep the strike with her. 2 for 23 for Priyanka so far. Last ball.
Absolutely. Tap and run. Oh, that was close, but then they complete the single. Sensible batting this, sensible play. 6 and a 1. 16 overs done, 74 for 7. 32 runs required the last. 22 runs required the last 4.
This should be two, है ना? Only ball. हाँ. That would be 500. 32. They need 8 now. 22 क्यों बोला? 32 ही बोला ना, 22 गलती से बोल दिया.
It is Ashok again.
So Gunasekar back into the attack. This over will be very crucial, and Gunasekar has done well so far. If she manages to. Oh, that's a great ball. Completely missing the bat. That's what they would be hoping for, to keep Ruike under the rope.
Yes, Ruike was the one who ran off that first ball of the over and now has exposed Feng.
It's the outside edge, and a single they've taken. Now she's back on strike, pardon.
Yes, and I believe from here on in, it's Ruike's game. Needs to play most number of deliveries in the over, only look for a single of the fifth or sixth ball.
Oh, that's a beautifully played shot, but again, they're going for the double. Oh, missed call, and that's again a run out. Never a double there. Feng has to give away her wicket. Bad call for Ruike to take a single.
Well, this has been a game of miscommunication and runouts. Every time a team has just gained some grip. Another wicket back in the hut for China.
Again, those extra runs needed of the last 3-4 overs, getting onto the China batters now. I think they can feel the pressure. They want to get those out of the system. Will be a tough chase now with Ruike onto the other end any which way. These are now two open balls for Gunasekar to just let the tide flow, not make much of a mistake and end the over strong. And in these spells strong, she's been amazing throughout in her 4 overs so far.
And Ritvik, unlike that first game, there are positives to be had here for both the teams. For China, how strongly they've put themselves in a good position. For Oman to fight back and defend that low score. And the room for improvement, massive room for improvement, is perhaps when it comes to running between the wickets. That's about it. Other than that, and this has been a really closely fought contest. In the end, the gulf might look a little bigger right now, but at one point of time, these two teams were neck and neck.
No, absolutely. And the way that match has progressed so far, right, where up until the 17th over of the second innings, we didn't know which team was on top because both of them were fighting at it from their end. And that's going for a second, and that might be, that was close. The dive in, the umpire doesn't give in, and a better throw probably nearer to the stumps. Could have been closer with the dive. It's 80 for 8 after 17. 3 interesting overs coming up now of the run chase.
Yeah, I think that was a fantastic call from Afia Huma, the on-field umpire from Pakistan. She was in great position to see if the batter had made her ground, and what it looked like from up here too, the batter was in. So top decision on the field once again. We are down to the last 3 overs. 80 for 8.
Played down the leg. Oh, that's misfielded. Should have been a catch straight. Dropped the catch. Given her a lifeline. They've taken 2 now. Will that prove to be very expensive at this point in time?
Especially when it's the first ball of the over, Ritvik. That just shifts the momentum completely. Hong Yali. Those 2 couple of runs, can she now give the strike back to Ruike?
Very flighted. Wanting her to drive it, play that shot to get that single, not giving it away directly. This is good bowling from Ashok. I think the best part of the remaining 4 balls would be to just keep Hong on strike as much as she can, to not allow for that single and get Raike on the strike. Again, wanting her to go and fetch the ball, not giving it onto the stumps for just a tap and run. Wanting her to play that ball for a single. Great bowling this from Ashok.
Yes, now she's starting to feel the pressure. Hong Yali needs a connection here in this particular ball.
Didn't carry, but Maruike was ready. The moment it hit the bat, called in for a single, stole that sneaky single. 4 balls, but is it a good time for her to be on strike? This ball, probably a free hit. She has to go for it.
I would rather give it back to Hong Yali and look at the next over.
Straight in the air. And that's gone. That is, you would probably say game over now. Straight in the air, an easy catch in the end for Amanda De Costa, who's actually been a star performer now that we're seeing so far. With the bat, with the ball, and now with the field. Amazing bowling this, amazing fielding. And now China all but done, 83 for 9.
Yeah, it's the pressure that dot balls of Hong Yali that was put on Ruike. It's good effort from her, but she's now back in the hut. Oman now 1 strike away.
Yeah, but like we said, she had left no choice and she had to go for it. The run rate was creeping up. The dot balls were climbing. Last wicket for Oman for a historic win here. This has been an outstanding performance from them so far. Getting 15-20 runs short of their required run rate at the start of the toss, but then making their way back in with extremely brilliant fielding and extremely brilliant bowling. Credit due to the captaincy as well. The changes have been very good and the changes have been on spot. Looking for their last wicket. On the pad, down the leg side, no run. 18 overs done, it's 83 for 9. With 23 runs requiring of the last 2, if China batters have had any shot at a win, they have to go in the 19th over and take it for the outing. New bowler comes in, Javed. Play down the ground just for a single. This would definitely not hurt Oman. This is something that they're wanting. Singles is something that is absolutely tolerable for them at this point in time. This has been a great bowling effort. That's a great shot play. Will that run to the boundary? Oh, yes, it does. Do we have a last gasp in this run chase? Is there a twist in the tail? Major moment, this. Can the momentum swing? Tough, but stranger things have happened in cricket before. Gets the outside edge. Just a single. Better line there, better length from Fizzer. Keeping it outside off, angling it to the left-hander, trying to make her reach to get the ball. Good bowling this too. Get back into the rhythm after a well shot 4. 89 for 9 after 18.3. This is turning out to be a nail biter of sorts if we get to see a couple of boundaries more. 17 more required still. The batter just getting a bit of a help from the umpire for the shoelaces. Hesitation there. Will this be the end? It is, and that's it. The final wicket has fallen, albeit run out again. And Oman seal a brilliant victory here at the UKM Oval, proving exactly why they're climbing the global rankings that we've discussed so far. A top the way they have come into the second. Steal runs and take the first 2 points of the match. They are now celebrating a much deserved victory.